Hi, I'm Al Blixt, and welcome to a mini coaching call. Today's topic is why change efforts fail and how yours can succeed. As I said, my name's Al Blixt. I've been doing organizational change work for more than 25 years now. I've worked with nonprofit organizations of all kinds, as you can see. I've done a lot of work in the last decade or so in higher education, done work with for-profits and government. And along the way, I have written a number of books, co-authored a number of books on organizational change, and in particular, the whole-scale change methodology, which I'm one of the developers of. So if 70% of change efforts seem to fail, as many experts say, why is that? Well, the three biggest reasons why change efforts fail are first, no sense of urgency, which means if it ain't broke, don't fix it. No sense of direction. I don't know where this is leading. I don't know what it's going to look like, and I don't know if I'm going to like it when we get there. And number three, no plan. So like, who's going to do this? What are we going to do? What are the steps involved? How are we going to know that we're making progress? So no plan. So this is the formula for change that I'd like you to consider. It reads D times V times F greater than R. Let's unpack that and see what it means. Okay, first up, dissatisfaction. The D stands for data, it stands for desire, but it really stands for dissatisfaction, saying we can't keep doing what we're doing. The way in which dissatisfaction gets established is by giving people more information. One client said, if you're not nervous, you do not have enough information. So giving people the facts about the situation, the competitive advantage, the trends that are taking place, what's happening. And this is really important. Everybody's got something in their immediate world that they may not be happy with, but until we see each other's dissatisfactions, until we see that this is a systemic problem, it's bigger than any one of us, that dissatisfaction may not be large enough to get people moving. The next factor is vision. The picture of the future that people will say, hey, that's worth fighting for. That's great. Let's do that. I could see myself as being part of that. So the vision has to be detailed, realistic, time-bound, look ahead a year or two. It has to be exciting. It has to be achievable. It has to be a stretch, but worth the effort. And most importantly, it has to be public and shared. It has to be our vision, not my vision, not the leader's vision. It has to be everyone's vision. If you have that, now you have the ability to move forward. Next up is first steps. These are the short-term actions that are going to move you towards that vision of possibility. They have to be practical. They have to be doable. They have to be measurable. They have to lay out a roadmap and give an opportunity for people to participate. Finally, we have resistance. Resistance is the natural inertia of the organization to keep doing what it's doing. It's normal, and people are going to always ask, what does this mean for me and my team and my department? What is it going to do for my career? Am I going to fit in? Will I have to learn a whole bunch of new skills? All of those kinds of questions are legitimate, and people should be able to get answers to those. There's also systemic resistance. The resistance, the natural inertia that comes from limited budgets, policies, procedures, purchase orders, all of the things that are part and parcel of how we do business around here. Resistance can be active. Some people may say we're not doing that. But more likely that resistance will be passive. And that means people will just ignore the change, not show up for meetings, let it die of its own accord. So if we're not aware of it and we don't address it, resistance can put an end to our change effort. And finally, we have the X factor. You'll remember the formula says D times V times F greater than R. If any of the factors of D, V, and F are missing, the product, if you remember your 8th grade math, is 0. The effort will fail. And as a result of that, no matter how much the leader wants it, if the people don't support it, it's not going to happen. Okay, you've heard about the change formula. Now think about what's going on in your organization right now. What's the change effort that's going on? Is it a new software implementation or new policies, a new program? Is it a merger? What is it that's been going on that you have to pay attention to? And how do you measure the D, the V, and the F? And to what extent are you recognizing the R of resistance? I'm going to suggest that we have a chat. Book a free strategy call with me, and let's get into the specifics of your exact situation so we can start getting you the results you need. You can use the scheduling link on this page, or you can write to me at alblixt@danamillertyson.com. I would be delighted to sit down and talk to you and see what we can do together. Thanks so much.